Hi, everyone. I'm Jody Schwan from Sioux Falls Business. Welcome to another edition of Talent Thursday. We always enjoy these conversations in partnership with the Sioux Falls Development Foundation. And Denise Gazzetta, who leads workforce development there, has lined up a fantastic guest from a company with a lot to talk about. So let's get right to that. Denise, you want to introduce her?
Absolutely. Let's welcome Kim Bennett from Aerostar. We are so lucky to have her here. I think it's going to be very timely. We talk about our national security and all good things, right? So welcome, Kim.
Thank you.
Yeah, I am excited for the conversation as well. There's a lot happening at Aerostar. It's been a busy and eventful few years for them. You may remember their original parent company, Raven. They've been in Sioux Falls a long time, but now they're almost like a startup unto themselves since breaking away and becoming their own company. So let's maybe start there, Kim. As Denise said, aerospace and defense is the industry here, but I think a lot of people, particularly if you're not from Sioux Falls or familiar with the name, don't necessarily know what Aerostar is all about. So if you're meeting someone for the first time, how do you describe the company?
So a lot of times here, we, when I'm recruiting for the position, we're normally talking about, what we're beyond, stratospheric technologies, radar, all that kind of stuff. How innovative we are here at Aerostar, and how we provide atmospheric platforms for transforming industries, from communication and ISR intelligence. So it's doing intelligence, surveillance, so it could be, wildfire detection. It could be border security. So that's a lot of the things that we talk about as we're recruiting, because that's a common question that we get a lot.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of variety of positions available, particularly I think with the new Aerostar, a lot of more corporate type of roles that maybe you didn't have before. What kind of skill sets are you looking for within Aerostar? What kind of background does your team typically bring, and what sort of positions do you have right now?
Yeah, good question. So actually currently, the good thing is our name's getting out there of who we are. And thanks to the community of always recognizing who Aerostar is. But a lot of our positions, they do fill quite quickly, which is great. It's a great problem to have. But we have the radar division, and then we have the stratospheric division. And so a lot of the things that we are looking for, are, we love having military experience. So any veterans that are out there, that's a big thing for us. So we have currently positions, and as you guys know, we took on a new location in Tillamook, Oregon. So we actually have a couple positions in that beautiful area that are opening as well. So we have a flight operations manager. So we're really looking for somebody to join that area where, military background is a must, aviation experience, that kind of thing. We also have more on our field services side, which is, going out to launches. It's different. You're basically going out on missions, kind of like what you'd experience in the military. So we have a mission services logistics coordinator right now. So it's a lot of the logistical part of that position. We have a business manager for our radar division out in Arlington, Virginia, which is more of the DoD, Department of Defense type work. Obviously getting new business, things like that. So we also have some software openings, which are embedded software and full stack engineer positions that we are looking for, that are actually going to be based here in Sioux Falls. So quite a few different variety of positions, but hopefully they'll fill quickly.
Yeah, well, and that acquisition in Oregon's exciting, and I think it speaks to the growth, the opportunities, the fact that you get in with this company, and maybe you want to work in Sioux Falls, but maybe you want to try Oregon or the East Coast. Those opportunities exist.
For sure. And we like to promote within. So that's one of our biggest things. A lot of our roles, maybe they want to switch gears and go a different route. So the professional development is very important to us here at Aerostar. And so that's what we like to look within first, and then we'll venture out to see what other opportunities we have.
Denise, what has stood out to you about Aerostar as you've gotten to know them?
Oh my goodness. So what stands out to me is the culture. the accessibility to leadership. We had Jim Nelson, who is the CEO and president, on our panel at WIN, just very, very approachable, well-credentialed, very good experience person, talk about technology with a different dynamic than most people were thinking of, and it is. I mean, we're tucked up in the upper, sort of Midwest, North Central region in the United States, which, is perfect for kind of what Aerostar does and sort of this defense kind of aerospace industry. But it was nice. It was a nice conversation. A lot of people walked away from Wynn saying, gosh, this guy is so incredible. This company, why haven't I heard about it? And I hear that all the time. So that stands out to me. The company, the culture, how approachable people are. The other thing that stands out to me is, and I'm from the Department of Defense, have spent 8 years, my first 8 years of my professional career there. There's a lot of great opportunities, and people, once you get engaged, just like Kim saying, they flourish, they stay, they find different ways to make those contributions. People don't necessarily think about that. So I like to say that there's a lot of ways that you can transition your skills and kind of get those different experiences within a very, large but growing, very important industry. I love the fact that you guys are acquiring too. So that's kind of the third piece there. And you give them the opportunity. I mean, my ears perked up when you said, oh, Arlington, Virginia, that's where I'm from. So a lot of good stuff, Jody, when I think about Aerostar, and I think that we are so lucky to have them here.
Well, that's just it. I've been able to go to a launch for one of their balloons before, and it's really an experience. And you just say to yourself, I can't believe this is happening in Sioux Falls. And that the work here has global implications. Really smart people. So, I mean, if you're STEM minded, you're going to find a fit. You're going to find your people within Aerostar, I would say. And the new facilities are exciting too, Kim. You just moved into a property called the Docks. So I know that at least some of the team members have brand new office space, and you've done a good job retrofitting other space too. So, how have you been able to kind of foster a culture, would you say, in these first couple of years as Aerostar? How do you describe that to potential team members?
Yeah, so a lot of the culture piece, we really are doing we've done engagement surveys, we've done a variety to see what our employees want, what they need. And it's really important to us to get that feedback, whether it's constantly visiting with them, finding out what interests them, what's out there that would keep people here. So it's those stay interviews, it's those employee engagement surveys to kind of find that information out. And that's what we're doing. Culture is very important with us here at Aerostar. It's much easier to keep people than to recruit people. So that's definitely very important to us. And we're trying different things this year. That was one of our goals for 2024 is just, those national days. We had National Popcorn Day, for instance, and we got everybody Poppy's popcorn out of Sioux Falls and mailed them to all of our remote locations,
nice.
Arlington, everywhere, like that, just to keep people engaged and let them know that we need them and they're a great asset to our culture and our company. And so we did, Employment Appreciation Day, just everybody getting Aerostar swag and we have a new Aerostar sign and everything like that. So it's getting new swag. So everybody is got the new and current things, and it's really important to us. And that's, the flexibility at Aerostar is tremendous, and that's one big piece that throughout employment, I think in the area is the flexibility. People want to work remote, hybrid, that kind of stuff, and the flexibility is there here with Aerostar, and that's super important to a lot of people, especially coming from COVID and get back in the workforce. That's one thing that we are pretty big on as well. So,
we have a lot of students and parents who watch Talent Thursday. So what are some of the ways that maybe they can get connected very early in the career? I'm guessing it might be a bit late for internships, but we have new grads coming out. What do you suggest there?
yeah, good question. We actually are going to be onboarding about 19 interns starting on May 13th. So that's
Oh
really
my
exciting for us.
goodness.
It's a big deal to do another year of interns, and we've actually worked with high schools as well for internships.
Yeah.
It's right now it's business is booming, so we're not able to take on some high school students as much. But we our career fairs that we attend are where we gather most of our interns. Everybody can apply, but it's really nice to put a name with a face. So
Mhm.
attending those career fairs is super important. That we attend SDSU, Iowa State, DSU, and out in South Dakota School of Mines. Those are our big. We want to keep it local as much as possible. So that's where we do a lot of our recruiting as far as internships go.
Okay, and what is the best way for a young person to get connected to Aerostar? What do you suggest?
We actually, that LinkedIn is a big one. That we try to attend multiple different events throughout the community. But we also have, I mean, you can always reach out to human resources. We do have our website that you can connect that way. It's just aerostar.com. You can also see there's careers listed there on our career page, but that connection actually goes right to our marketing area, and they flow the conversation over to to human resources to get further information if they are interested or have any questions in general as far as um, what the internship looks like.
Sure. Denise, I saw your reaction when she said 19 interns. That's a lot for a company to offer.
Yes,
It
it
is.
is.
It is, but you know what though? Good for you guys because I do think again, if you look at what's happening in our world and we're seeing that we're getting, so the aerospace and the defense industries are now pre-pandemic kind of levels for talent, things are going to be heating up and you're looking for people that not only have technical skill sets, but also can pass background checks, all of these other things. And what I have found, and Kim, the question I have is, I know there has to be a lot of continual investment in just professional and development in people. Can you just briefly talk a little bit about that? Because that is one thing that a lot of people and the parents now and the college students think about that you're going to have to continuously receive training to keep up to date. Not everybody realizes that, especially you come out of school, you're a software engineer, you think you're done. You're not. Whether you're a lawyer like my husband or a finance person like me, you're going to continue to need that. So before we let you go, if you can just spotlight that, because that's really important too.
Yeah, so actually, Aerostar made and that's actually, we have current employees that maybe it's just for example, a software engineer, and they want to see their growth path. They want to see where they're
Right.
going, what it's going to take to get to that next level. So Aerostar has actually invested into a professional development individual that has actually was onboarded with us towards the end of 2023. She has quite a list of things to do because we want to go through every job and show that individual what the process is, how we're going to get to that next step. And that's super important. That's part of the engagement that we've had with our employees. So that goes along with our interns as well, and educating all of our team members to understand, at the supervisor level all the way down, what it's going to take to them to get to that next level, what requirements you're going to need. So that's another thing that is on our list of the to-dos, after this acquisition and everything, to really dive into that professional growth, because everybody wants to see it. It
Yeah,
doesn't just stop
I
there.
do.
It's all the trainings, it's the certificates, it's you know a lot of different things that go into it and how you get to that next step. So super important. So Aerostar is really um, making sure that we are doing that for our employees.
I love that.
Yeah, I hear that from employers more and more that they understand the need to show that path and, to literally say we're doing this for every job, that says a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah, that
Yep,
does.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
absolutely.
Yes. And thanks for joining us. This was a
Yeah.
great conversation. I would encourage you, if you did just tune in, there's a lot to learn about Aerostar. There are going to be opportunities there. There are today. There's certainly going to be tomorrow. We're lucky to have them in Sioux Falls to be growing here and
Mhm.
allow you to really have a national and even global experience. So look up Aerostar. Definitely do connect with them. I'm glad Kim said just reach out to HR if you're wondering what the opportunities may be. Most HR professionals want to hear from you. You know, if you've got skills and talents that you're interested in sharing with their company. So, Denise, any closing thoughts from you?
No, just thank you guys for doing this and really lifting up a
Sure.
great opportunity within a great company and a great region and a great industry that's here and thriving. And it's
Yeah.
just going to continue to thrive in Sioux
For sure.
Falls.
All right. Come back with us next Thursday. Talent Thursday, we'll have another edition for you. Kim, thanks again for
Oh,
joining
thank
us.
you.
And, lots of luck with everything at Aerostar. We'll be following up as well.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.